9 days in, 9 practices in.
Yeah.
We fight a little bit of the injury bug here and there, but I'm pleased with how the guys are progressing. I think that they've done a really good job continuing to pick up where we left off in the spring. Trying to improve our pre-snap knowledge. Hopefully that helps us play faster, helps us get some answers to the test before we have to take the test, and overall we just want to help increase our production and hopefully help us achieve our goals that we want defensively. I think if we play good defense here, we usually have a chance to win a lot of games. So the defensive line is a big part of that.
It sounds like Deontay Craig's hurt now, but what have you been seeing from him in the offseason?
Before he banged up his ankle, just talking about this fall camp, before he banged up his ankle, he again was, picked up where he left off in the spring. Now that Joe's back, he's splitting those reps with Joe. But he's a kid that has some versatility, that can help me inside, that can help me outside, and I'm just really ready for him to take that next step. I know I see it. I want him to see it too, and really take advantage of the opportunities that he's going to get this fall, because I think he can help us. I really do.
What's he like off the field?
He's a cool kid, man. Coach Ferentz always says you recruit your problems, and I didn't recruit a problem there. That he's excellent in the classroom, over a 3.0 GPA in the classroom. I have no problems with him in terms of administrative things like missing this, late for that. He's got his stuff together, and I'm really proud of him. He's going to have a bright future, whichever way he decides to go. When football's over, that kid can do whatever he wants to do. He's just a really unique kid with a great perspective.
Herkett back full speed now?
Yes, yeah, he's back.
What's he look like so far?
Oh, in the first couple of days, he had to get his feet underneath him. Obviously, he hadn't done any football, hadn't pushed against anybody, but he's kind of similar to Deontay in terms of his versatility. But he's just so tough, gritty, and still new to the position. People forget that Ethan played linebacker in high school, so you have to understand that, like putting your hand down in the Big Ten, there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve, but he's approached that great. I love his demeanor in the meeting room. He's always locked in. He's another one who's excellent with the young guys too, helping those guys, bring those guys along. So he's another good kid. Like Coach, again, I go back to you recruit your problems. There's no problem there with Ethan. There's a low maintenance group, and that keeps the gray hair out of my head and beard.
What about Wyatt Black and his development? You seeing him kind of take that next step and staying healthy?
It's the health. The health thing is always with Wyatt. I was really excited to get him back for for this fall camp, and then he hit a little snafu with injuries again. He's back at practice again today. Hopefully we see him again tomorrow, but he's a guy that I just want to make sure that I get him to Saturday. I think obviously his best football is ahead of him. I know what he's capable of. You just got to put together some days and some weeks of consecutive practice if you really want to see the improvement that you're capable of. And I know Coach Ferentz said it today, if you're not practicing, it's hard to really improve at the rate that you want to. So we got to get him going on a span of days where he can put some things together and really realize his full potential.
How many guys do you like to – you have a lot of depth. How many people do you like to have rotating in?
As many that deserve to play. If that's only 6, it's only going to be 6. If it's 12, it's 12. I think with the way that games are being played right now, it's not like it was in the early 2000s with 12 and 21 personnel formations when everything was played inside the hashes. The field is spread out. The pursuit is paramount. And so you really want to have enough guys out there. You don't want guys out there with their tongues wagging out. You don't want guys not being the best they can be every single snap. And that really takes an element of unselfishness for that young man to come off the field and allow somebody else to pick up where you left off. It's just like a relay, man. Pass that baton. You're going to get back in the game, okay? But when you're out there, I need your absolute best. And to do that, again, they need to be worthy of being out there. I'm not just throwing bodies out there just for the hell of it. But when you're out there, man, there's a standard to uphold and there's an expectation of play that I want to see.
Is Graves comes in looking like a third-year guy. Is he playing like that, or
no? He's not. And that's not unnatural for most freshmen. But like I said before, he's got really good football IQ. I credit to his dad for that. And his dad's a high school coach and coached a little bit at Iowa Central. But, he's got really good football instincts. Every day he's getting better. You can see the improvements and the improvements from practice to practice, and those things are encouraging. But there's still a little bit of a learning curve from, our terminology. I talked about our older guys being better with their pre-snap knowledge, starting to pick up on the tendencies and the cues from the offensive line in the backfield. Well, that stuff is new to Aaron. So that part of that curve is what you're going to see from that young guy. But, the older guys have really adopted him. They put their arm around him. They've taken him along, and he's not a resistor. So, again, his growth over the next, 10, 12 days of camp, plus through the season, I'm really excited to see where he goes.
John Wagner.